223A, and we'll talk about 223B here in a second. It's similar questions. Your friend is training for a bicycle race. After 1.5 hours, they have biked 12 miles. Assuming they keep at this pace, what direct variation equation represents the total distance they travel based on how long they bike? 4. So this says it's 12 miles for 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. Okay. 12 miles, 1.5 hours. We want to know what the direct variation equation is. Well, for a direct variation equation, we need to know y equals k times x, right? And we need to solve for k. So to solve for k, we just simply do 12 divided by 1.5. Or we can say 12 divided by 1.5 is the same thing as 3 halves, right? 3 halves. And so 12 divided by 3 halves, we just use division of fractions, right? So division of fractions, if you remember, we take the, we'll write 12 as 12 over 1. We're going to change the division to multiplication, and we're going to take the reciprocal, so 2/3. Okay, good. So 12 times 2 is 24. That's good. Over 1 times 3, which is 3. So we can take 24 divided by 3, simplify it, and say 24 divided by 3 is actually 8, right? So that's going to be our k value. K equals 8. Okay, so remember that 1.5 is your 3 halves here. Okay, so y equals 8x. 8x. So let me edit that here for a second. My snowman seems to be missing here. Okay, y equals 8x. And this is what we're going to use, what equation we're going to use over here. Whoop. To answer this question, it says your friend is training a bicycle race. After an hour and a half, they've biked 12 miles. Assuming they keep this pace, how far will they bike after 4 hours? 4 hours. So we know that it's going to be y equals 8x. Now, we're told that it's 4 hours, but which variable has to do with 4? Is it the x or is it the y? Is it 8 times the amount of hours will give us miles, or is it 8 times the amount of miles gives us the hours? Well, here, let's look at the previous scenario. 1.5 gives us 12. 1.5 hours gives us 12 miles. So the smaller gives us the larger. The hours gives us the miles. So the hours, the amount is going to be 4. So 4 times 8. So y equals 8 times 4. So y equals 32 miles. Okay.